Goodness gracious. Great balls fire. It's hot. And as an old man, the OG, I'm a little irritable. Uh, I'd rather be somewhere in the AC instead of where I'm currently in positioning, but I have to complete my day as currently constituted. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? What is going on? How is everyone doing? It is Tuesday, terrible Tuesday, OG Tantrum Tuesday. Yes, it is. The realistic OGs are in the building. Well, one, the other, I'm guessing should be coming along. He and another individual that possibly should be showing up, but I'm not too terribly quite sure. Not the officials haven't been currently communicated. So, what I will do is say good afternoon. What's happening? Uh, what's up to everybody? You know, it's the Georgia, Texas boy. Goddamn, cool. See, Anthony White was in the pole position. Uh, we're gonna get to that possibly, and depending on how things roll with the individuals who are supposed to be joining me. Um, hey Sonya, how you doing? But I'm, what I'm saying, until further notification, what I am going to do is I'm gonna have a discussion. A tiny itty bitty, tantrum, if you will. It's not gonna be relegated to one sport or one individual. It's just some things, some things that have been on my mind. I'm gonna take a little aim at the audience, or supposed to be audience, if you will, of the WNBA. If you were a fan, if you are a fan, you know what I'm saying? I would be able to totally, completely comprehend most stances that are off into this particular thing. But it seems that a lot of individuals, men and women alike, men from a chauvinistic aspect. Well, they don't do this, so why even bother giving it a try? Well, okay, well, if you don't like the sport, don't watch the sport. Basically, saying that sums that particular aspect. On the women's side of it, and most of it has to do with the elephant on me, community. Look, man, why be so greedy? You got Hollywood, you got the music industry, and a whole lot of politicians. Do you have to have everything? I mean, these girls in this current, I'm finally accepting, the fact of what's really wrong in this particular situation involving, the WNBA, and I'm talking about both ends of the spectrum, from the men and from the women, and I just, disclose, from the men, the women, which is the majority of you from the, LMNOP community, um, would rather is willing to turn down money because you want things to be a certain particular type of way. You want those, saying where the light is shining bright on them to be a certain particular way. You just sit the fuck down and have several seats until somebody call you, and that means answering a dumb question. So we're not going to be involving dumb individuals. If you really, want to hear it from a humanistic perspective. I'm quite frankly annoyed with this whole thing. I mean, because these girls, these ladies, these ball players that have come in, you know what I'm saying, not just this season, but the last two, three. I'm just using those saying for the effect of this. And you know, I mean they ain't, you know, thugging and bugging, if you will. You know, there are women that be women outside the basketball court and live their lives and just want to, you know, have enjoy playing the game. I.e., Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and Miss Brink. Prayers up, y'all. Shout out to Cameron Brink, you know what I'm saying? Keep her in your prayers, man, for her rehab and, you know what I'm saying, coming back even stronger on next season. You know, but a lot of these girls just want to play ball. And that authentic enthusiasm for the game of basketball is something that was certainly needed. And then a lot of y'all have a problem with it because of their strictly dickly propaganda, if you would. You know, I mean, it's crazy. On one hand, they mad at you because you ain't strapping up. On the other hand, they mad at you because you ain't dunking and grabbing your balls. Like, man, you know, I don't get you people. You're supposed to be a fan of the game, but you have unmoralistic, you know what I'm saying, looks at said game. You have a problem with Angel Reese because she plays the game the same way the guys play the game. She shows the same, you know what I'm saying, intensity and oomph and chutzpah and say it with your chest. Do it with your chest. Rebound with your chest. Put it back with your chest. And when you get it and one, let them know it with your chest. Like I said on yesterday, 26 and 16, 25 and 16 is a statement. I'm a ball player. Respect me as such. But a lot of y'all can't. A lot of y'all won't. You know, just keeping a moralistic buck. The one that was upholding the campaign and the stance of what the old guard in the WNBA is fighting against, that regime died with Kobe. Kobe was leading that charge. Now, call me a conspiracy theorist. I mean, you know, a lot of questions being left around said death. When you dismiss all of the things that make sense about a situation, only that is left is what don't make sense. Then you have to look into that what don't make sense. That's just me. But Kobe was leading a charge that was going to lead to some major change, especially when it came to women's basketball and that pay scale. Just saying, let that sink in. You know, think about that if you will. I'm, you know, all of what Caitlin and Angel and Cameron and Cordelia and Carter and all the rest of the girls that are coming into this game and, you know, and trying to make their mark and play the game and win and make the game better. all of what they're fighting against the feminists, and fighting against the the chauvinists. Then they're just fighting against the haters in general. You know, the talking heads that sit behind the camera and make disparaging remarks about women playing sports. You know, and yet you're sitting in a chair that's look like it's about to bust at the seams. You know, and you know, if there was a poster child for obesity, but I ain't body shaming nobody. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to keep it respectable. I'm trying to keep the high. But to see folks, misuse their platform and be chauvinistic, be idiotic, be irony impaired, it just be just a product of smoking that new dumb. It doesn't sit well with me. Women fought and are still fighting, what I'm saying, to be able to do what they could do in this world, and make a living at it, or make an impact at it. Whether it's making a vote or running for office or kicking a soccer ball or hitting a tennis ball or hitting a softball or shooting a basketball, or skiing or running track, you know what I'm saying? Right? No matter what it is, they put time in, they put work in, Just like these cats that got, you know what I'm saying, a stick and two balls. Yeah, they put in that work, just, you know what I'm saying, just like the guys do. So why can't they get the respect just like the men do for the games that they play? You know what I'm saying? For the sports that they play. Why is it they can't have the same respect, the same admiration, the same viewership, and tuning in and watching them with blood, sweat, and tears on the court, on the diamond, you know what I'm saying, on the tennis court, you know what I'm saying, on the track field, on the soccer field, on the softball field. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't get the animosity. I don't get the dismissal, the unacknowledgement, the unwilling to see the after effect of the hard work that these girls, these women, you know what I'm saying, these young ladies put in to play the sports that they love. Now, if a lot of you all were sleeping up under a rock, you know what I'm saying, on yesterday, the day before, it seems that Cheryl Swoops is following up her words with actions in support. In what she said in the interview about Kate and what she said in the interview about Angel, and then shows up to the game and embraces support. She shows support to both girls, you know what I'm saying, and the other girls, all others that played in the game. But she was there in support. And trust y'all, some of y'all need to take heed when you know what I'm saying, when you're out here, you know what I'm saying, throwing that Angel Reese hate. Yeah. Angel is here for all the smoke. For all the smoke, man. For all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all, some of y'all out there that, talking about her game or what or her not having it. Look, let me tell you, that drop step spin, you know what I'm saying, like Shaq, you know what I'm saying, dream shake, boom, pump fake, going up with that thing with some power, with some muscle. Look, she is her game in college is transitioning also very well to the grown woman league in WNBA. It causes a problem. And when her running mate get her legs up under her, ooh, ooh. But I'm just saying right now, Angel is she's not throwing. She is slamming her name in the Rookie of the Year ring. And I think she might just say, well, she what 10 straight double doubles. And you want to talk about somebody being on demon time on the boards? Angel Reese is her. Angel Reese is her. She is her. And when you step on the court with the Chicago chicks, and you don't match Angel Reese's intensity, yeah, you in for a long night. You in for a long night. Look, man, I mean, I'm just saying, show all the women in sports some love. Even though I'm speaking on WNBA, show all women in all sports some love. For the sports that they play in their achievement, in their accomplishments, and record-setting times, record-setting plays, record-setting moments. You know what I'm saying? Shining moments. Show them some love. Don't be egotistical pigs, chauvinistic pigs. Don't be, you know what I'm saying, feministic outcries with no leg to stand on. Don't do that. Don't provide distractions from good, shining moments, is basically what I'm saying here. Like what's been trying to happen with that young girl, you know what I'm saying, in tennis. I think her name is Coco, I think. I'm at a loss for names right now because I'm trying to, get all out of whatever, you know what I'm saying, have on my mind about this. You know, the intentional distraction, if you will, from outside forces in women's sports. They play hard, they work hard, just like the men do. Just like the men do. Just like the men do. And we adulate, we admire, we shed light on the hard work being put forth, you know what I'm saying, men in their perspective for sports. Why is it so hard to do the same for the women? Why? Why is that? I mean, they're human, they're women. They have heart and determination just like the men. And work hard the same way to achieve the same things, to win the trophies, to set the records, to become the best that they could be in said particular sport, to be a Hall of Famer in said particular sport, or be record setters, trend setters, in said prospective sports. Why can't they be admired for those same things? Why can't they be analyzed and statuized, if you will, for the same as the men in their respective sports? You got one of the greatest to ever do it in Candace Parker laying it up, putting her Nikes up to start her, start her second chapter. And she should be admired for and revered, you know what I'm saying, and put on a pedestal for what she did for women's sports, not just women's basketball, women's sports. She has been a champion. She has been a very outspoken and well-spoken role model. She has done it the right way and opened some lanes and defined some lanes. You know, she should be admired. Put on a pedestal, a bright shining light shine on what she done for women's sports and how she did it. Just like Lisa Leslie, just like Cynthia Cooper, you know what I'm saying? Teresa Edwards, Cheryl Swoops, Teresa, you know what I'm saying? Tina Thompson, you know what I'm saying? I'm just to name a few. Don Staley, you know, just to name a few. You know what I'm saying? Sharon Miller, just to name a few. Just to name a few. You know, I'm saying, you know, it's just I'm thank you, Bernrd, thank you, Coco, yeah, okay, yeah, Coco, yes, yes, the negative the negative media attention in that nature that young lady has received in her journey to where she is crazy, you know. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy the taste of boy. You know what I'm saying? That you're probably going to have to probably tune in because that's probably going to be something that I am going to talk about. But I just, you know, I called the audible because you know, I wasn't going to be able to do the topic the way I wanted to without my guys being with me. And I'm just taking this turn, you know, and speaking some what I feel about this woman's sports negative narrative pushing thing, and I just think it is not right. It's not good, and it's deplorable. I think that, you know, they should be congratulated. They should be revered. They should be, you know, admired for the hard work that they put in year round in their respective sports. They should be great. I mean, you know, so what? Harry Richardson fell in love with a guy, and you know, and didn't care who said what. So what? Maya Moore walked away from the sport that she loved for a man she loved and fought for that was wrongly jailed. So what? It's human. Those are women that are putting their big girl drawers on and living their best lives of happiness. And yeah, and I've said it before. Yeah, Maya walking away from the sport and Kobe dying, the WNBA was not ready for. With where they was trying to get to, they just wasn't ready for. And Maya has not looked back. She opened her law firm, married her man, and is living their best life. And they're doing it. And they're doing it. And she's doing it in her lane and has not looked back. You know what I'm saying? What up, 330? What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? And has not looked back. Maya Moore was a superstar of all superstars, and she was well on her way to Cynthia Cooper level of dominance. all while dealing with fighting the behind the scenes, fighting the old guard and trying to live. And when she took up this fight for this man that was wrongly accused, wrongly jailed, she took up this fight, and so much so, and fell in love in the process. You know, I'm talking about knock down door after door after door after door on level of government and justice reform, and until they turned that man loose. And she told the WNBA to kiss her ass and walked off into the sunset and got married and put all her efforts and time and money into her original first love, truth be told. She just happened to be great at basketball. But being a lawyer was her first love. She opened her firm. It is prospering. It is prospering. And they're living their best life. Y'all push greatness out the door. You did. You did. Maya Moore is the epitome of understanding, knowing your worth. Think about something that, because when she graduated UConn, she was in the top 10 in her class. And law. And she did go to law school. And she finished it and completed it. You can go back and look at some things. Now I understand now when she graduated, and then everything was put in place. I think it was after her second championship. She set things in place, and setting her life after basketball up. I mean, it just so happened, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because she could have played another 5 to 10 years if she wanted to. She walked away at the top of her game, at the top, with 4 chips. And I think she was going to win more with that team. As good as that team was, they were great with her. They were great with Maya Moore. And at the top of her game, with 4 chips in tow, I ain't got to do this. I want to do this over here. And took up that fight, got her man out of jail, married him, turned her business up on tilt, and is living her best life with no regrets. With no regrets. None. Look, man, it is, people have to understand, you have to look outside the box, look outside yourself, and understand what you perceive as a cohesive world may not be that of for every other person, everybody else. What's good, K Styles? You know what I'm saying? It just may not be good for everybody else. What you choose as your lifestyle, okay, that's your lifestyle. All right? But every person of that particular gender may not see it just as that way. And to see you getting a brush off the shoulder effect, if you will, from a lot of these girls in this in this previous class that came out, you know what I'm saying, and ain't giving y'all the light of day, the time or attention, of the foolishness that you're talking about. They're having fun. They're playing the game that they love, having fun, and they're making money and bringing more light to the game, bringing more exposure to the game, bringing more viewership to the game, bringing more dollar bill, y'all, to the game. Hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Look, I've been sitting back for the most part, and I'm looking at the situation, and I'm seeing what people, watching and seeing what people are saying, watching and seeing what the players and the coaches and the OGs, you know what I'm saying, of the women's game, and where everybody stands on their side and whatnot. And it's not just WNBA. I'm talking about women's sports in general, man. Women's sports in general, you know what I'm saying, and all, the outside, you know what I'm saying, noise that a lot of motherfuckers bring, and I'm looking at it from a feminist loud noise making perspective. I'm looking at it from a chauvinist loud noise making perspective, coming from the men of the world that has something to say, you know what I'm saying, about, in a not in a so positive light. You have to come into each and every particular part of your life, you know what I'm saying, in this sports world with open eyes. You can't be closed-minded. A lot of cats, a lot of these people are closed-minded. A lot of these people are closed-minded. You know what I'm saying? And that's a large part of the problem, you know what I'm saying, in this particular situation when it comes to the WNBA. A lot of the old guard, well, I ain't gonna say a lot. It's a good number, but for the ones that are, making this stand, they're coming at this from a closed-minded perspective, and not seeing it from the bigger and big picture perspective. You know what I'm saying? These women, these young girls are coming in here and you know bringing light to the game, bringing audience to the game, bringing game to the game, bringing intensity to the game, bringing competitiveness to the game, bringing growth to the game. And it behooves me of the fact that a lot of these people will have the unadulterated, unsupervised gall to have a problem with it. When everybody's making money, everybody's getting a slice of the pie. Everybody. But you got all this haterism, you know what I'm saying? Fake, untransparent bullying going on. And for what? And for what? And for what? I mean, if you want to be part of, you know what I'm saying, the evolution, get your ass out there, play ball, get your foot out there, get you some more endorsements, you know what I'm saying, and help lead the charge of what women's basketball is going. But to stand on the sideline and bitch and moan and throw shade and be negative while the game is still moving forward, it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. It just isn't. And it's not mature. It just isn't. You know what I'm saying? It just isn't. You want growth. You want you want the game to prosper. You want change where everybody, you know what I'm saying, gets a slice of pie. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, gets to play hard, gets to, play the game they love hard, and then be able to, enjoy life as well, from the effects of that. And the truth of that is, you know what I'm saying, in especially in WNBA, the pay scale itself is a monetary joke. And with these girls coming in here, you know, with their own name, their own life, their own style, you know what I'm saying, with their own intensity, and you know, companies and industries want to be involved with them. Well, don't hate, congratulate. Don't hate, get involved. Don't hate, help the evolution. Don't hate, move the process along and benefit from it yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. Reese and Clark, Anthony White said, Reese and Clark brought the WNBA back. All the hating they getting is stupid to me. Nobody would care if it wasn't for them to. It's crazy. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna agree with you and disagree at the same time. It wasn't like the game was invisible. Okay, it's like I just spoke on a little while back. Maya Moore walking away from the game and Kobe getting killed, the WNBA game in itself took a hit. That's where this impact from this class comes into positive play. That's where the WNBA was down at. Because there was no backup plan for Maya walking away from the game. There was no backup plan for Kobe, who was leading the charge on this this wage scale thing and change, you know, and money, you know what I'm saying, for the WNBA to change, you know what I'm saying. Kobe getting killed was a death toll to that campaign. Maya Moore walking away from the game was something also. You know, and when you have something such as this, you know, a competitive impact, such as what this particular cast has bought, and have, you know, certain entities, outside entities buying in and shedding light and shining light, you know what I'm saying, on the positive of what could be and what is, you know what I'm saying, other situation, it changes could go a lot smoother. And it's a great points. Kobe was big on expanding the WNBA, and Maya Moore was a legend. Yes, like I said before, Maya Moore, she was well on her way to uh, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Miller iconic status in the game of women's basketball. You know, Cheryl Swoops. You know, she was, yeah, she was. But the thing is, what like I was saying with Maya, basketball wasn't her first love. Law was. She just happened to be good at basketball. That's why it was so easy for her to walk away from the game when she did, the way she did, and why she did. Law was her first love. And then fighting for this man, she found a new love. And basketball became a distant third. And you know, and Maya being the smart girl, woman that she was and is, I mean, you know, she had things in place. She had stuff set up for her life after basketball. And you know, she had put her money in good standings and made good investments. Look, I forget her and Katie are good friends. You know, and her and Iguodala are good friends. They had her down there in Silicon Valley. Oh, Maya wasn't hurting for no money. She wasn't hurting for no money. That's why it was so easy for her to, you know what I'm saying, go to walk away the way she did in empowerment of her push and mission to get her man out of jail and to walk off into the sunset and be able to do what she originally loved, and that's law, be a lawyer. You know, um, this particular, class, for some reason, um, well, there are many reasons, because not just this class, the previous class, matter of fact, these last 5, 6 classes, the talent, oh my God, you're not understanding that the WNBA game is in great hands. Then, it's just something wrong with you. There's just something wrong with you. You know what I mean? Look, starting off the biggest basis point last night in that game, Angel Reese, ninth or 10th straight, double, 25 and 16, slamming her name in the Rookie of the Year hat. And I think, they make the playoffs. I think her name is going to have to be in the MVP conversation as well. I'm just saying, if when it gets to that point, I mean, because her game from LSU is translating well to the WNBA. It's translating well. I'm just saying. And then and shout out to Teaspoon, the Chicago Sky coach, WNBA legend. Shout out to Teaspoon and the work she's doing over there, with that team and with Angel Reese particularly in handling her personality and her character and keeping her zoned in, keeping her locked in and keeping her focused. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Teaspoon on that right there. You know what I'm saying? Who deserve, some love and admiration for doing the job that she's doing over there with the Chicago Sky. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Krista, how you doing, love? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you joining. It's and she's standing behind her players with positive reinforcement is what I'm talking about. Teaspoon is standing behind her players. And I think I think she's the one that strongly, got her the way I mean, Angel has her own mind. She's spoken like this, in all aspects, from the moment she got in front of a microphone in college. But I think Teaspoon is largely behind the point and stance that Angel Reese is on, of being a ball player. And what she has done to keep her focused, what she has done to keep her, enshrined in her personality and her basketball mind and her focus and her grit and her intensity, because it helps that team. It keeps that team focused. It keeps that team on point. You know what I'm saying? It keeps that team engaged. That girl, she is a beacon. She is a beacon. She is a beacon of intensity, a beacon of light, a beacon of being a ball player. This is much bigger than what a lot of people are trying to make this out to be, man. You know what I'm saying? And the road that Angel Reese has been taking in a lot of these interviews and talking about being a ball player, and everybody is missing that fact. Is missing that. It's dismissing. It's going over a lot of people's heads. She's not worried about how people are trying to turn this into a her versus Caitlyn thing or whatnot. What was that she said? Hey, I'm glad that I'm glad at getting it. Bring it. I'm a ball player. This game ain't for the weak at heart. This is a physical game. You're gonna get some bumps and bruises. Bring it, but be prepared to take it as well as you can dish it. And that went over a lot of people's heads. And what she's done since that statement, 9, 10 straight double doubles, topped out with this 25 points, 16 rebounds, 3 block shot game. Man, come on, man. Stop playing on me. Sarge, what's good, man? What's good? Thanks for joining, bro. Thanks for joining. The WNBA is about to be in the spotlight here pretty soon. Don't be surprised you get the first $5 million, $10 million player. Yeah, yeah. Because if Angel and Caitlin and Cameron Brink, and the other girl, if they're outside monetary endorsements keep going the way they're going, the league, the contract, the league contracts are gonna have to match. I mean, you can't be looking pathetic like this. You know what I'm saying? And then okay, let's look at this from a big picture perspective. Look, man, look, okay, Asia Wilson, Asia, the best player by far and going away in that league, should be the face and the highest paid player. Yeah, that 5 or 10, that 10 million mark. Yeah, got Asia Wilson name, all over it. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you have Angel Reese, who's pretty much in the same mold as a Asia Wilson, it's gonna be right there. And Caitlin is gonna be right there. And all the rest of the stars of the league, and it'll be a momentous thing, man. It'll be a momentous thing. It just we have to take note and stop taking for granted the hard work these women put into their prospective sports. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Stop taking for granted. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because in light, if you're being disrespectful to this crop, this class, and in this current era of the WNBA, you're being disrespectful to those that started in the beginning. The Cheryl Swoops, the Cynthia Coopers, the Tina Thompsons, the Lisa Leslies, the Teresa Edwards, the Teaspoons, and so on and so forth. And being disrespectful to the hard work that they put in for their for their life and love. That's not a good look. It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Look, like I said, I call this particular audible, because life is life with my guys. Look, and the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just, it's been on my mind, it just, and looking over the last couple of weeks and seeing all of the foolishness and the monotony and the, stuff that some gamers or not should not hit seeing on, in this social media driven, fantasy driven sports era in our life and time, especially concerning women's sports. There's some legends in women's sports and things that are going on right now. Clarissa Shields, Serena, Coco, who's taken over, who took the torch and has ran with it in women's tennis. You know what I'm saying? Jakara Richardson in women's track. You know what I mean? I can't recollect the girl's name in soccer right now that is doing it, but her as well. Women's basketball, Asia Wilson. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, so on and so on, and the veterans that we know of them, and the legends, the Teaspoons and the Cynthia Coopers and the Don Staleys that are coaching and teaching this game to the next generation and putting them in positions to win and be, grown women and prosper in life and enjoy and reap the benefits of their hard work. We should revere these women. We should, take time and share the light on these women. They're doing these things in these perspective sports and stop being negative assholes just because you may be unhappy in your own perspective light in life. No, that's what makes you pathetic. That means you need to get up. That means you need to put forth the effort. That means you need to change something about yourself. If you see something wrong with somebody else being happy in the efforts and they're making it in what they're making in part of what they're making in their life. And that's to the big wigs, to talking heads alike, podcasters alike, journalists alike. Do something like, something I learned. One of the few things that I took, my mama trying to teach my hard-headed ass growing up. If you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing. If you ain't got nothing good to print, don't print it. If you ain't got nothing good to analyze, don't analyze it. Because otherwise you sound immature. You sound not smart. You sound unmanly. You sound less than a woman, or whatever gender you may claim. You spitting this haterism out your face concerning these particular issues that I'm talking about. You got to get right with yourself and get right in your life so you can open your eyes and see, the goodness and the benefits of the hard work from these people, from these women, in this perspective genres in what they do in life that we see on these TVs, on these computers. Just saying, man. Those are the thoughts that was just on my mind for the day, of the day, So I said, if Ice Cube Big 3 program starts making more than the WNBA, there is going to be a tremendous issue. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Oh, you said a mouthful. You said, because I'm just saying. What they have, I think what Cube got like 9, 10 teams in that Big 3 league. And those guys are making coins. They're making coins. Playing these, 9, 10 games a season, plus, which don't include the little playoffs, little run. You know what I'm saying? And that makes total sense. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Christy. Hello. Yes. How you doing? Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That is a huge point. The Cube's Big 3 league, which has been in existence, 5 years? And on their pay scale, and they start and they're already looking and possibly looking to be, man, look, all right, fuck with it. I'm just saying, man. If you know better, you got to do better. Plain and simple. It's just plain and simple, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, it's been your boy OG Big Sam, man. I just, decided to, speak my mind on a few things, man. You know what I mean? And we're gonna, move accordingly. You know what I'm saying, with the certain particular topics that were supposed to be of the day. We still got, Week Win Sports Tea coming. You know what I'm saying, this week. The rest of the alliance and the conglomerate got a few things coming out, coming on. You know what I'm saying, we got a lot of things going on. You got, moving and merchandise. And look, those of you who haven't gotten your tickets for the Red and Black event, you need to do so. Be there, be square if you dare. Because if you missed last year, okay, play with it. You know what I'm saying? Play with it. You know, look, man, like I said, it's been your boy, OG Big Sam. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For the realistic OGs, man. Look, you gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You know, gotta keep it A, you gotta keep it dirty, but you gotta keep it real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look in the mirror and understand that what you looking back at you is you. Make your next choice your best choice. Look, man, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow Wednesday. You know what I mean? Just get through the day and you be breathing. Oh, you made it. Love, laugh, live, ladies and gentlemen. It's been your boy, OG Big Sam. And I'm out of here.